How is everyone today? Oh, I forgot to grab my laptop and lay it over here. I am back from an awesome vacation, weekend away. So, oh. Sorry, I forgot to mute my laptop. Y'all don't want to hear me twice. So, wanted to come on today. Let's just check. I've got looking at my chats. When you come on, say hello. Say hi in the comments. Let me know you're here. The top shows me numbers, but it doesn't show me who you are unless you leave a comment in the chat. So I'm excited to get started today. We are going to make a crocheted pumpkin that is really easy, but I wanted to come on first and just say hello and kind of go over the weekend. Guys, it was amazing. I went Wednesday night to my daughter's home and stayed with her. Hi, Thrifty. Thank you for joining us on your lunch break. So I went down to Pigeon Forge with my daughter and the ladies from her congregation, and we had the best time. And I was able to meet one of the other women that she didn't get to make it last year, but she made it this year. And what it was is a real good friend of my daughter's. She told me last year, she said, Teresa, you are my mom. She said, you and my mother would click and just make good friends. And so this year, her mom was able to come. And she was right. We hit it off right from the get-go. And it was so fun meeting her and making a new friend. And we like the same honey mustard dressing on our salad. We came out, we had one night where I think it was Saturday, where everybody wore purple. We came out in almost the same top. The shade of purple was just a little bit different, but it was almost the same shirt. There's so many things we had in common, and it was so fun getting to know her. And so we shared information. She wants to learn to crochet, so she's subscribing to my channel. And she's going to watch our Back to Basics, Shannon. She's going to watch our Back to Basics series, and she's going to learn to crochet, and I'm so excited about that. Yay! So the weekend was amazing. Like I said, it was a ladies' conference. We had Friday night sessions. We had sessions on Saturday morning, and then some more Saturday evening, and then we had worship service Sunday morning. And y'all, it was the best weekend. We all agreed that this ladies' conference was amazing. It was the best one yet. We can't wait for next year. Just the theme for the conference this year was trusting in God. And you all, the lessons were so uplifting and just so amazing that I can't even begin to describe how awesome it is. So it's a great time. We had a fun weekend. Some of them there were ladies there that were in there, hello, hi, Greedy. There were, Carnivore is here. Thank you for joining us today. Yay! I'm watching the comments so I don't miss anybody. Hey, Avery! Woohoo! I'm so excited y'all are here. So we get there on Thursday. Everything doesn't start till Friday night, but we like to go on Thursday just to get in the cabin and just to unpack and relax and talk and catch up with everybody and maybe go out to eat. And some of the attractions in Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg is just fun. I don't do it, but some of them did the Alpine coaster. If you guys have ever been to Gatlinburg, I can't do it. It's like a little roller coaster, but you're sitting in these seats and you have these handles you hold on to and you're back like this and you're going down the mountainside in this little coaster thing. I can't do it. I was going to try and I chickened out at the last minute. But then they have another ride, and Saturday night I did that one. And it's one of those indoor where you're sitting in the seats and the seats move it's got that like IMAX picture in front of you, and you're surrounded by this, and you feel like you're actually in doing it, and the seat moves, and it was like you were in this little like airplane from the 1800s. It was all this what do they call that? Oh, something punk. Steampunk, I think, something like that. I'm saying it wrong, I know, but anyway, it was back in that time, and so you're like in this flying machine that was just invented, and we flew over all the different continents, the oceans. This whale came up out of the water and splashed down, and so they mist you with water to make you feel like you actually got splashed by the whale. I mean, it's just, and I was like, ah! And one of the women beside me, she said, when they start going over the top of a mountain, close your eyes, because then you're just going to go shoo and feel like you're falling. So if it gets to you, just close your eyes, you'll be good. And I took her advice. I closed my eyes on those parts, but I kept my eyes open for the rest of it, and it was so fun. So we bring cards, and we didn't get much of, we usually play a game or play cards or something. We didn't have much of that because we were so busy going out and seeing the attractions and doing stuff that we just had too much fun to sit back at the cabin and not do anything. We were out and about and going shopping and doing all kinds of fun stuff. I went to the Smoky Mountain Spinnery, and y'all, I did not bring my bag up here. Dummy. I don't know why I didn't bring my bag up here. But I got a skein of white cotton yarn from the Smoky Mountain Spinnery. I just love, even if I don't ever buy anything, when I'm in Gatlinburg, I go to that shop because, and I'm going to turn my phone down just a tad here. Well, it's not going to do it. Anyway, Smoky Mountain Spinnery, if you're ever in Gatlinburg, it is the cutest little shop, and the women in there are so sweet. Oh, we got some more people. Giantor, hello. You look like Cam. Well, okay, thank you. Anyway, so we came back, went to the Smoky Mountain Spinnery, and I don't care if I even buy anything when I go in there. I just like going in and looking at all their yarn. It's just the neatest shop, and the ladies that work in there are the sweetest. So anyway, excuse me, I have got a scratchy throat, and I know it's because of all the talking and laughing. Y'all, we laugh till we peed our pants. We just, we have the best time when we're together. And so, can't wait till next year. Just can't wait. We just have a lot of fun. So, are you guys ready? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready to do this crochet along and make this pumpkin. Hi, Angela. Oh, working on a sweater. I bet that's going to be pretty when you get it done. Awesome. All right, so here's what I'm using today. I just grabbed this out of my stash. I've got a skein of this Premier Just Yarn worsted weight, and it's in the color terracotta. You can make your pumpkin any color you want. It does not have to be orange. You can make a purple, blue pumpkin, whatever you want to make. So I'm using that. I've got these, I think Shannon at the Spoonie Stitcher had sent these to me, but she sent me a pack of these teeny little skeins of yarn from Lion Brand. I don't even know if you can get them anymore. There's no color name or anything on them. I just pulled out a little green one, and that's going to be for my stem. So let's turn the camera around, and let's go to the table, and let's get started on this pumpkin. It's so easy. All right, I'm going to turn the camera. Give me just a second here. Here we go. All right, we're down at the table. And let me get everything adjusted. Make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. All right, so what we're going to do, we've got our slip knot, and I'm just using a 4.5 millimeter O-Fire hook. You can use whatever yarn and hook you would like. With the worsted weight and for these pumpkins, I really like using the worsted weight yarn. And I didn't even ask. Can you guys hear me okay? Because we had issues with the volume on the last live. Let me know in the comments if you can hear me okay. I'm going to wait just a minute to make sure. You guys let me know in the comments if you can hear me. Okay, good. Thank you, Angela. All right, I just wanted to be sure because the last live I did on here like this, I had some that told me they couldn't hear me. So what you want to do, like I said, use any hook size and any yarn that you would like to do this. And this pattern is really easy because you chain the length of chain that you decide to make is going to be the height, pretty much the height of your pumpkin. And then we're just going to do the same thing back and forth till we make a long rectangle. And the longer your rectangle, the bigger around your pumpkin will be. Okay, does that make sense to everybody? So, and you can always, if you don't have your stuff together to make this while we're doing it here, you can always watch the replay and make your pumpkin later. But I'm just going to chain 21, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And if you're new to crochet and you want to learn these, the chains and all these basic stitches, I have a playlist on my channel called Back to Basics. You can watch that to learn your basic crochet stitches. So what we're going to do for this pumpkin, you can use any stitch you want. Single, half, double crochet, treble crochet. It does not matter what stitch you use. This is going to work no matter what stitch. I'm going to do half double crochet today. All right. So what we want to do is we want to start in the second chain from the hook. So remember, we don't count the chain, we don't count what's on our hook because it's not a completed chain. So we go 1, 2, half double crochet is where you yarn over, go into the stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, 1, 2, 3, and then yarn over and pull through all 3. That's a half double crochet. So we want to yarn over and go into the next stitch, and we're going to half double crochet all the way down the length of our chain. Okay, so we're just going to do that real quick. I'm just going to half double crochet all the way down the length of the chain. And I don't know if, yeah, I can zoom in. Okay, I wasn't sure if I could zoom in or not. All right, here we go. I'm going to watch the comments. If you guys have any questions along the way while I'm doing this, make sure you ask. Good, I'm glad the volume's good because there was issues last time. So, whoop, we're just going to half double crochet down the length of the chain. And like I said, you can do other stitches. You could do, I'm just going to do half double crochets for the whole thing. You could add in some bobble or popcorn stitches if you wanted to make your pumpkin have a little bit of texture. You could, whatever stitch you're using, you could crochet in just the back loop only. That would give you some ridges to the side of your pumpkin. I mean, but this is just pretty basic. A pretty basic pumpkin, and then you could go crazy with it and do whatever you want to with it. It's very adaptable. You can make, it's easy to adjust it to make different sizes. So, yeah. All right, I've gotten down to my last stitch here. All right, so this is going to be the height of my, pretty much the height of my pumpkin. We're going to do some wrapping of yarn around it to kind of give it the ridges that a pumpkin has, and I'll show that to you at the end. But this is pretty much going to be the size of my pumpkin. And let me see if I've got a measuring tape. I should have one, right? I crochet. Let's see if I have one laying right here. Whoop. Thought I had one right here on the table, but you know what? I've been gone for a week. So, no, I don't have one. If I had to give a guess, I'd probably say, oh, This is probably maybe 4, 5 inches tall, maybe. But I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes. So like I said, you make your chain. The longer your chain, the taller your pumpkin. All right. And the more rows you do in your rectangle, the longer your rectangle, the bigger around your pumpkin. So all we're going to do on every row is we're just going to turn. And I don't like to do a chain one because it leaves a little, it leaves a little knob on the edge, and I don't want that. So I'm just going to go right into that first stitch right there, this first stitch, and I'm just going to start my half double crochets. And we're just going to make half double crochets all the way across, and we're just going to keep repeating this. We're just going to, and like I said, if you want a little bit of a ridge around your pumpkin, you can do this in the back loop only for every stitch, and that'll give you a little bit of a ribbing. So, sorry about that. My daughter was trying to call. I'll just call her back later. So, let's go ahead and do this. So yeah, this is basically all you're going to do. And this doesn't take very long to make at all. These are, especially if you're doing small little pumpkins, you could whip a bunch of these out in no time. But even the larger ones, you could use any weight of yarn. If you use a bulky or super bulky yarn and do this, you could make tons of them in no time. So I'm just going to continue this till I get the rows that I want. And you guys just, if you're, is there anyone that's doing this along with me, crocheting along with me today? Or do you have another project and you're just watching and you're working on another project while you're watching me? Let me know in the comments what you're doing. Turn, we're not chaining, we're just going right into that first stitch and starting our half double crochets. When I do a half and a single, let me get some more yarn here. When I do half and single crochets and half double crochets, I don't chain one at the beginning because I don't like that little bump it makes and the little hole it makes at the side. I don't like it, so I don't do that. But if I'm crocheting and I'm doing a double crochet to start, I usually do an alternative turning chain or what's called a stacked single. And I do that to start off my double crochets. Oh, Teresa, I just about did a double because I said double. Did you do that? But Shannon from the Spoony Stitcher and I just finished a series called Back to Basics, where we started with the slip stitch and a chain, and then we went through all the basic stitches: the single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, triple crochet, the slip stitch, and magic ring, and we did all of that. So because of the holidays, we've stopped. But after the holidays are over, starting next year, and we're not sure when we're starting it yet, we still have to talk about that and figure that out. But after the holidays, we're going to start a new series called Beyond the Basics, and we're going to do some more like just intricate stitches, more detailed stitches. Maybe I'm not exactly sure where we're all going to go and what all we're going to do, but it's going to be for the next level, Beyond the Basics. So make sure you guys tune in for that. Come on, you silly thing. Keep dropping my yarn off the hook. All right, I'm going to turn and do another row. I think what I'm going to do is, let's see, we've got 3, and you see how quick I've already done 3 rows. The time involved just is going to depend on how wide your you want, how tall you want your pumpkin, and how long you make your rectangle for the circumference of your pumpkin. So, but like I said, if you do this, you can make these with single crochet too, like I said. So I think, let's see, I'm on the 4th one. I think I may do 6 rows, and then we'll I'll do 6 rows of this, and then I will show you guys how to put this all together. Let's see. Swift Stitches by Sarah is working on the wheat stitch. I want to learn that, Sarah. I have it saved. I have the pattern. But I also have the video. There's a video tutorial on here on YouTube, and I've got that one saved for watch later because I think that wheat stitch is adorable, and I want to make some of those pumpkins too. She also, and a friend of mine has already made them, and they look so cute. But there's also with a video out or tutorial for the wheat stitch to make the granny square chickens. To make those chickens, and you use the wheat stitch to make the chickens. So I want to try making the chickens with it too. Anybody else working on anything? And I hope you guys will go back and if you're not working on this pumpkin today, I hope you will go back and watch the replay and make this, or at least write down the directions as I'm going and make your own pumpkins. And then I would love it if you when you make these pumpkins, if you would go to my community tab. We have that now on my channel where you can click on the community tab and you can download pictures on there and tell us what you've made. And I would love for you guys to take advantage of that community tab on my channel and share pictures of what you, especially these pumpkins, but you know, anything that you make, I would love to see pictures, and everybody else, when you put them on the community tab, then everybody else can see what you made too, and we can just brag on you for a little while. So I would love to see projects that you guys are working on. All right, let's get to the end of this one and see. I love these O-Fire hooks. These resin hooks just glide through the yarn so nice. I love them. 1, 2, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do another one. This is going to be a little mini pumpkin, y'all, but it's okay. And the stem is super easy too. We're going to make the body of the pumpkin first, and then we'll work and put it together, and then we'll work on the stem. And the stem is excuse me, the stem is super easy too. Let's see. All right, I've got so much, y'all. I'm working on Christmas gifts, and I've got a couple of people have ordered blankets from me. I've got 2 gingham blankets ordered that I'm working on, and a cardigan that I'm working on for an order. So I get those done, and then it will be time for me to start on my Christmas gift projects that I want to make. So I had my grandsons. They did this for me last year, and I wasn't able to get the project done. So I saved their pictures. They each drew their own picture of a monster. And I saw someone else do this. This is going to make a little, you know what? I'm going to do 2 more rows. We've got time. That's going to make too tiny of a pumpkin. So I'm actually going to do 8 rows instead of 6, guys. Changed my mind on that. They drew pictures of a monster. And so what I'm going to attempt to do is put my amigurumi skills to work, and I am going to make them a doll that looks like the monster they drew and give that to them for Christmas. So that's one of the things I want to work on. I've got some ideas for ear warmers for my daughters, for stocking stuffers, and I just got a new book for crocheted socks, and we always put socks in everybody's stocking at Christmas, and we get silly socks, and we may still do it this year, but if I have time and can, I'm really hoping that I can work up some socks out of that book and crochet my 3 kids and my 2 son-in-laws a pair of socks. So we'll see if I have time for that. I don't know if I will or not, but we will see. All right, 1 more row, and I think this will make a really good sized pumpkin to show you guys. Okay. 4. I think this is, I haven't been counting, I've just been doing, but I think this is 20 stitches across is what I did, I believe. But I get this row done, I'll count it real quick and see. Well, I checked my numbers before I got on the live, y'all. You know, we're working on this to get this channel to 2,000. We are even closer now, y'all. 13. We are 13 subscribers away from 2,000. So if you would share out this channel, let everybody know about Critters Crochet. Anytime I go live, share those out. That would be amazing to let everybody know. Okay, so I've done 8 rows of the half double crochet. Like, this is what it looks like. So what we're going to do, this is the right side. So what we're going to do is put right side together and fold it in half like this. And you don't cut your yarn, keep it like where it is. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go into each stitch and we are just going to slip stitch in through each stitch. You yarn through, pull it through, and pull through. Okay, so we're just, and guys, you don't have to get hung up on being in every stitch. Just pick you a spot to go into down the sides and just make sure you're going through both thicknesses. Okay, both thicknesses, and we're just going to keep going with this and slip stitch the side together. Okay, like this. There are tons. I'm a Pinterest fanatic. I love it. So there are tons of different pumpkin patterns on Pinterest that you can pick out and do if you want more textured look to your pumpkins. Like the wheat stitch that Sarah was talking about. But sometimes you just want a simple little pumpkin, and that's what I wanted to show you today. So we got to the end. I'm going to I'm going to chain 1 and grab my scissors, and I want to cut a pretty long piece of yarn here because we're going to use that and pull it through, and then I just tug on this a little bit to tighten it up. But we're going to use this long one to seal up the top and bottom. Oh, sorry. Turn, after you've done your slip stitch and cut your yarn, go ahead and turn your tube. This makes a tube, and go ahead and turn it right side out, okay? And then we want to thread our needle. And what you want to do now is, and it doesn't matter which side's the top and which is the bottom. They're the same, so it doesn't matter. But what we want to do is just go in and out. Weave your needle in and out from each stitch and do a few stitches and pull it. Okay? There we go. Just do a few stitches and pull, and then come back in and out, in and out. And we're just going to do this. We're going to just weave our needle in and out around the top edge, and that's going to cinch this end of the pumpkin closed. If you guys have any questions or comments at all, put them in the chat. Okay, in this way, out. And I just do one stitch over on this side to make sure. And then you just pull, and that's going to cinch that bottom part together, okay? It's going to cinch it shut. And then what I like to do is take my needle and just go in one side and out the other. And just do that a couple of times to really secure that yarn. Pull on it. And then on the last one, before I completely close that loop, I bring my needle through just to anchor it real good. And then you don't have to cut your yarn. Stick it right through the middle and bring it out the other end. And then you'll be ready to cinch up this side, okay? So you can use fiber fill or whatever you want to fill in this pumpkin. what I do is I've got a container and I have filled it with my pieces of yarn from other projects, and I save that. And a lot of times when I'm doing little things like this, I will keep all of these clippings from my weaved ends, and that's what I use for my stuffing, and it works perfect. So I'm just going to stuff away into this little pumpkin. Hello, Crochet Queen. How are you? Glad you're joining us today. I'm just making a little pumpkin. So I'm going to take those, and you want to, if you will, whether you're using fiber fill or whatever you're using, if you will push all the filling to the sides and make you a little hole right there, like a little, then you can grab some more. Get that off of there. And you can stuff right in the middle, and that gives you a really uniformed object that you're stuffing. It's not going to look lopsided or anything. So you want to just stuff until you get it as full as you want. And then what I'm going to do is once again, I'm going to start again, and I'm going to just go in and out, in and out. And these curved hooks really work well to do this. So you're just going to go around the top of your pumpkin, going in and out. Push that stuffing down in there some more. And we're just going to weave in and out to close this other end of our pumpkin up. All right. Let me get my finger in here. I don't want to pull. I started pulling my stuffing out that I was using. Let's see. In and out. Whoops, my needle came off. Let's fix that. Okay. In and out, and we come back to the beginning. And then what I'm going to do is pull, 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 and close that end off too. All right. And then just like I did on the other side, I will go through. I'm just going to do it one time this time. Go through and grab that yarn, pull my needle through and pull it tight. Okay, and just give it a good tug. And then that tail, I left it out for a reason. I'm going to take this and just tie it off and make sure it's 2 or 3 times just to make sure that it is good and secure. Okay. Well, come on. Fingers don't want to work. There we go. And then I will cut just a little bit above that, like cut that off. And then what I'll do is take the 2 ends that I was tying together and put them in through my needle, and then just go in and run that down through the bottom and pull on it and cut that off. Okay, so then you've got your little shape of your pumpkin. Okay, then what I like to do is I will take another length of yarn, just a good length of yarn, and put it in my needle again. Okay, and I'm going to make this the bottom. I think this one looks a little better, so I'm going to make this, you know, whichever end you want to make the bottom. Put my needle right in the middle of the bottom and run it back up to the top and run it through. And I'll leave about this much of a tail at the end. And then you're going to take that yarn and you're going to wrap it around like this and go back through the top and back out the bottom. And you want to try and lay that yarn right across the middle, okay? And we're going to pull it through. And then if you pull it tight, you're going to cinch that in and give those little bumps that are so familiar with a pumpkin. All right. And then we went this way, so I'm going to do another one going this way. So I'll bring that around. And then I'll come back from the bottom and go up to the top. And give this one a pull. And see how it gives you that little shape. Now, I usually do just 4, But you could go through here and make more bumps if you want to. That's completely up to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the side a little bit and go back down through the bottom to where my beginning tail is. And then I'm just going to tie this again. Come on, yarn. We're just going to tie this off 2 or 3 times. My fingers do not want to cooperate with me today. Okay, let's see. And do just like we did before. I'm going to put my yarn through my needle. And then just bring it down. And might bring it through this side. And then find a spot and go through and bring it back to the other side. Just to secure it and cut that off. Okay? And then you have your cute little shape to your pumpkin. Now we're going to work on, let me pull that out just a little bit. We are going to, and you can always go back if you have areas where that stuffing yarn is showing through, you can always go back and just push in. And you can push it right in there and hide all of that. No big deal. Okay, so we're going to set this to the side and we're going to get our green yarn out, or whatever color you want. Guys, you can make these multicolors. You don't have to stick with traditional orange and green. You could go crazy and just do all kinds of colored pumpkins. So what we're going to do, we're going to now work on the stem to put on our pumpkin. Let's check and see. Oh, it's Jana K. Hello. Hi, Yvette. Lori from Lori Stories and Crochet. Hello, hello. Oh, no, it's okay, Lori. I'm so glad you're here. Linda's Crochet channel is here. I'm so excited. You guys can always go back to the replay and catch. We just finished making our little base for our pumpkin, and we're going to make our stem. Lori and everybody and those that just came on, I just told everyone we are 13 subscribers away from 2,000. I am so blown away. I can't even begin. So what we're going to do, we're just going to make a small little pumpkin. So what we're going to do is chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. And yeah, that's going to give us a good size. That's, you can even, we're going to make this into a ring. So you can even fold it together and see if that's big enough for your pumpkin. I think that's a perfect size for mine. You can do more chains to make it a bigger round stem, but we're just going to slip stitch in that first chain. Well, if I can work this like that and make that a ring, okay? Get out of there. And we want to find our opening. And what we're going to do is we're going to do 1, let's just count. I'm not sure if I'm going to do 6 or 8, but we'll see how it works. 2, and we're just doing single crochets into the ring. Sorry, I wasn't on camera. 2, 3, 4, 5. There's no exact counts to this, guys. Do what you feel is good for your pumpkin. 6, 7, let's do 8. That works. So I don't think 6 would be enough. And it's okay because we can use the tail to sew in and close this up when we get done. So all we're going to do is we're just going to continue those 8. We're not going to join at the end. We're just continuous rounds. And we're just going to do 8 single crochets or however many you decided to do for your stem. And we're just going to go round and round and round until we get our stem the height that we want it. Super easy. And when your stem is done, then we're going to cut the yarn and we're going to sew it to the top of our pumpkin. And if you want to make the tendrils, you can do that. I'm not going to do that on this live because honestly, I'm not sure how to make them. And I have not practiced that. I usually don't put tendrils on my pumpkins. But if you know how to make those, then I say go for it. And what I like to do, when it gets to this point where it's curling in like this, I just pull that out and I put my finger right there in the middle, and it just helps me to see where my stitches are to go into the next few stitches. But we're just going to keep doing this around and around until we have our stem as big as we want it. Let's check the chat. What are you guys working on? Any projects that you're trying to get finished? Are you making any fall decorations, or are you working on Christmas stuff or Halloween stuff? What are you guys working on? Let me know in the chat. I'm just going to be quiet here for a minute and stitch up these rows. And you could put, I said I was going to be quiet, and here I am talking. You could use a stitch marker to mark your first stitch and keep tracks of that, but guys, you really don't have to with this. This is such a carefree, easy, little thing that you don't really have to, you really don't have to keep a strict exact count or track of your starting. You just go with it. That's what I like about these little pumpkins. Just go with it. And when it looks good, you can stop. If you want it bigger, if you want to do more, you keep going. So it's a no stress, no worry, easygoing project. Let me see now what this looks like. Oh, I think this is good. All right, so I am going to go into one more stitch and just slip stitch that and fasten off. And I'm going to cut a pretty long tail with this. All right, because we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do the same thing that we did for the pumpkin. We're going to crochet in and out around here and cinch this end closed, just like we did the pumpkin body. Jana K is working on 2 beanies, 2 tops, and a blanket. Too many whips. Yep, I'm right there with you, Jana K. I've probably got, let's see, 2, 3, 4. I've probably got 5 or 6 maybe, and then just cinch that up. Pull it tight and cinch it up. I've probably, Jana K, got about 6 or 8 whips going right now. So yeah, I get it. We're just going to weave that in and out. I'm going to go back through it one more time. I did that about 3 times. So go back in, go under my loop and cinch that shut. And then I'm going to put my needle through the middle and bring it back up through that open spot at the other end. And then I'm going to grab a teeny bit more stuffing out of my yarn ends. I know Lori, I've seen Lori's videos where she uses her scraps of yarn, and sometimes I'll take the end of my hook and just shove all that in there. You don't have to stuff your stem. Just depends on how big around your stem is. If you feel like stuffing it, go ahead, but you really don't have to. This is just if you want to. No rules, y'all. You do what you want. All right, now, oh, and I'm going to shove that tail end down in there too, because we're not going to do anything. We're not going to tie it off right now. We're not going to cinch in this bottom part. All right, that stuffing there just gives us, and like I said, if it's sticking out, just take your needle and poke it back in there. No worries. That just goes give us a little bit of shape to it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put the end of our stem. Is that not the cutest little thing? We're going to put the stem right. I could have probably went a little shorter, but that's okay. It's handmade, y'all. It doesn't have to be perfect. So we're just going to grab anywhere on the top part where it's cinched together, grab a couple of stitches with your needle and then go into the side of your stem like that. And we're just going to grab a few just anywhere. It doesn't have to be in an exact stitch. Just pick up a spot to put your needle, run it back through the body and then through the stem. And we're just going to do this all the way around. And again, that's where that curved needle really comes in handy for you to get around in here and really get in there. And just randomly, guys, it's not a certain stitch or a certain place. Just put that needle in there, grab the edge of your stem, and pull it tight. Whoop, I gotta untwist that yarn. And we are just going to go all the way around until you feel like that stem is anchored really well. Well, hello, Lexi. How are you? Lexi from Helix Stitchcraft. You guys go check her out if you haven't. She has an awesome channel. Lexi, we're 13 away from 2,000, girl. 13. All right, so there we go. I've got that firmly stuck. So what I'm going to do at the last, I'm just going to go, I just do my needle right here along the side. Go through it right here to anchor it down and just pull tight. And then I'm just going to run my needle through a couple of times in the stem to hide that tail. Go down this way 2 or 3 directions just to hide that end. And then I'm going to trim it off. Now, let's see. We've been on here 45 minutes, guys, to make a pumpkin. There it is. How cute is he? And you can, because I didn't stuff it too hard, I could even shape it a little bit and bend it and shape that stem a little. But there it is. There's our little pumpkin. And depending on the yarn that you use and the size, you can go from little bitty to using super bulky yarn and making something huge. But this is just your basic little pumpkin, and I just think he's adorable. I love him. Let's see. Hey, Heather. So cute. I missed the beginning. What yarn and colors? This is what I'm using, Heather. I had Shannon at the Spoony Stitcher sent me these little teeny balls of yarn. I'm pretty sure she's the one who sent them. And it's the Lion Brand yarns. They came in these tiny little baubles in a package. They don't have any information on them, colors or anything, but I just picked a green out of it. And then I'm using the Premier Just yarn. I had some of this. I got this from Shannon too. But it is the 4-weight and it's in the color terracotta. So I'm using that. And I'm using my O-Fire 4.5 millimeter hook. But like I said, you can use any yarn or any size hook you want to create these pumpkins. And just make a variety of sizes and have them all around your house. They just make a cute decoration. Thank you. I think it's a perfect color for a pumpkin, terracotta. It's just a perfect color. And I keep all my shavings, good night. I keep all of my, when I weave in my ends, I keep this container full. And a lot of times I just use that for my stuffing instead of using the batting. But you can use the fiber fill too. It doesn't matter. Let me check the chat real quick. Oh, you're welcome, Carnivore. Thank you for watching. I'm so excited that you were here today. Lori, very cute. It's funny that you called the pumpkin he. Did you know that there are male and female pumpkins? I learned that at a pumpkin farm years back. No, I did not. He is just what came out. It was random. I did not know that, Lori. Let me sit him over here. How do you know if it's male or female? do you look at, I know I did learn this about tomatoes. You know how tomatoes are peppers, not tomatoes. You know how peppers have the edges? I want to say if it's an even number, like 4, like this, it's female. But if there's an odd number of ridges on a pepper, it's male. I do know that about a pepper. But I don't know how you tell about a pumpkin. Is it the same thing? That's fun. So there's our pumpkin, guys. If you missed it, if you missed from the beginning, no big deal. Go back and watch the replay. This is a super easy pattern. And again, for those of you, you can watch the beginning. All I did was I did a chain of about 20, and that gave me this little tiny pumpkin. And then I did 8 rows back and forth of half double crochet. I cinched up the top, came to the other end and stuffed it, and then cinched that up. And then I just ran through the top and the bottom threads and cinched and pulled them tight to make it gather up and make these bumps, and closed it up. And then I did single crochet for the stem and attached it. That's pretty much it. It has something to do with how many seeds it has. Oh, that's neat. Cool. I did not know that. See, guys, we learned something new today. There we go. All right, I'm going to turn the camera back on myself for the next, I don't know. We'll go as long as everybody wants to stay here. I usually try to go about 2 hours, but if we don't make it that long, that's okay. So I'm going to turn the camera back on me and just give you some updates on what's happening with Critters Crochet and the channel. And so, yeah, here we go. Hello, everyone. So what did you think of the little pumpkin? He's so cute. You could even put little eyes on him and make him a face if you wanted to. There's so many things. That's what I love about crochet is sometimes you can get a pattern that you can take a pattern and just go your own route with it and do whatever you want. But there's the basic. If we did for the stem, I did a chain of 6 and joined it for those of you just coming on. And then I did 8 single crochets in the ring and just went around and around until I got it the size I wanted. You could, the fewer singles that you put in the ring, the smaller around your stem's going to be. So that's just totally up to you on how you do it. So yeah, there's our little pumpkin guy. So what's going on with Critters Crochet this month? This month, this week. Sorry, I'm getting text messages going through like crazy just now on my phone. Let's see. Tomorrow, I'm drawing colors and doing each letter of the alphabet. So, I'm doing the letter B. I think it's red. I think that's the color I drew. Yeah. So tomorrow I'll show you the next letter in the alphabet with the color red for our Toss-Up Tuesday. Paige from Paige Love Pumpkins shared a really cute pattern with me. Sorry. For the alphabets. I'm doing lowercase and then I'll do some uppercase letters. So I think they're really cute. And then Wednesday is week 2 for Battle of the Stitches. We have Miranda joining us. And I'm going to forget it again. I remember her name and then I forget the name of her channel. If I think of it, I'll say it. Sorry, Miranda. Lexi, I think, knows her channel. So Lexi, tell me in the comments the name of her channel because I'm drawing a blank. And we have Sarah from One Hand Two Hooks that are joining us this month. And we're doing the Easy Mock Bobble Stitch. So tomorrow or Wednesday, I will be, last Wednesday, I did the tutorial for the stitch. So this Wednesday, I will be showing you a sneak peek of what I'm making, and you guys can try and guess what you think I'm making. And please, every Wednesday this month, be sure to watch my channel, Heather at Strings and Threads, Sarah at One Hand Two Hooks, and Miranda at I think it's Crocheting in Small Spaces. But I can't remember. But when you watch my Wednesday video, their channels will be tagged in the description box. So make sure you watch all 4 of our channels each Wednesday this month. Wednesday number 3, week 3, we will all put out a video showing the final project of what we made with the Easy Mock Bobble Stitch. And then the 4th Wednesday, we go live on my channel with all 4 of us. And and on the 3rd week, Heather puts up a post on Strings and Threads on her channel, puts up a poll so that you can vote for your favorite project out of the 4 of us that we made. And then we go live the 4th Wednesday and on my channel, and Heather will let us know whose project got the most votes. And then she will pick one name from everybody who voted to select one of the 4 prizes, 4 projects as their prize. So make sure you stick with that and watch all of those. And then let's see, that brings us to Thursday. I'm doing Throwback Thursday. So I have my work basket books and some other vintage crochet books. And what I'm going to do for Thursdays is I'm going to work up an easy, quick pattern in one of those books and show it to you on Thursdays of what I've made out of those vintage books. So that I thought that would be fun for the channel. And then Fridays are just whatever. I show you anything I've finished working on, update you for the next week. If I've gotten any happy mail, I share some happy mail with you, that kind of thing. And then as far as collaborations, besides Battle of the Stitches, Shannon from the Spoony Stitcher and I this month, we are doing film to fiber. I had to think for a second, but we're doing film to fiber. And what that is, we announced last Monday, the first Monday of this month, we announced in our videos that we selected the movie Arsenic and Old Lace. That movie is my favorite Cary Grant movie of all time. I love all of his movies. Cary Grant is an amazing actor, but Arsenic and Old Lace is my absolute favorite. I love that movie. And so we are making something. Shannon and I, we don't tell each other what we're making, but we're taking the whole month to make a project that inspires us from the movie Arsenic and Old Lace. And then the last Friday of this month, which is either the 26th or the 28th. Where's my calendar? I have put my calendar somewhere. Anyway, I'll have to look it up and I'll let you know in another video. But the last Friday of this month, we will go live, Shannon and I, on her channel. And we're going to show each other and you all what we made, what our project is that inspired us from the movie Arsenic and Old Lace. If you have never watched that movie, I encourage you to go watch it. Find it. One of the streaming channels should have it. If you have TCM, I think they show it. And I think my husband and I were able to pull up the full movie on YouTube and watch it. But anyway, it's a funny movie. It's so good. You'll love it. So we're doing that collaboration. I recently turned in, before I left last Wednesday, I guess it was Tuesday is when I did it. I finished, I'm designing a cowl for Knit Pal, and they selected me out of, I don't know how many applicants there were, but I was selected to design a cowl and write up the pattern to submit to them for, hi Scar Dragons. I wrote the pattern up and submitted that to them for a cowl. They sent me this, it's the color Baby Pink is what it's called, and it's their cotton to the core worsted. Y'all, the best cotton yarn I have ever used in my life. I absolutely love this. And so they are in the process of editing it. They loved my pattern. They are in the process of editing the pattern, and they're getting ready to put the kits together. So yay, I'm going to have, they sell their product. Oh my word, Teresa, talk. Let's try that again. They sell their yarn and their kits solely on Amazon. Oh, thank you, Scar Dragon. I'm so excited you're here watching. So anyway, I'm just blown away at the new people that have subscribed to my channel. I'm so excited to have you guys here. So my design, it's their design. It's going to be their pattern. They own the pattern now. They have the rights for the pattern that I created for 2 years. Then I can renegotiate with them and I can get the rights back after 2 years. So, but as soon as they get the kit together and they let me know about the kit, I will, oh, thank you. So I can give you more details on the kit when that actually comes out. They haven't got it. It's in the editing process right now. They've had testers testing the pattern and they're in the editing process. And so it might be a couple more weeks before they get the actual kit together and ready. But as soon as that happens, I will definitely let you know. And when I hit 2,000, I am going to be able to have an affiliate link through KnitPal. And then you guys can use my affiliate link to get these amazing yarns. This is, like I said, this is the worsted cotton decor, but they have a cotton decor that's a 3-weight also. I almost used this for the pumpkin, and then I decided to go with a worsted weight instead. But I love this yarn. Oh, Jalen. Well, hey, Jalen. I wondered why I didn't recognize that name. I thought it was a new subscriber. That's awesome. Where is... Okay, here we go. So, let's see. So anyway, just checking. They're actually, the last time I went live, the comments were not showing up on my phone, so I'm kind of going back and forth between my phone and my laptop so I don't miss. So anyway, yeah. So yeah, let's keep the comments friendly, guys. Let's stick to crochet or something else nice. Let's not bring in anything else into the comments, please. I would appreciate that very much. So, like I said, 13. Let me take a look. I'm going to take a look on my laptop real quick and see if the numbers have shot up since I looked at it this morning. Let's just give it a minute for that to pop up. Here we go. Okay, it's not. Oh, I went to the wrong spot to look. Let me go down here. There we go. If I click on the right thing, we might be able to see a number. Oh, yes, 2 more subscribers. We are at 1,989, so we are 11 subscribers away from 2,000. I'm so excited. Woohoo! Our channel's growing, y'all. For those of you that are new on here, that are new to my channel, my crochet, well, my word, my channel, our channel, it's not my channel. Yes, I decide what goes on it, but, and you guys help me a lot with that, but it's our channel, because if it wasn't for you all, I wouldn't have a channel. So it's ours. My channel is a positive place. We don't allow anything negative on this channel. It is a positive place where we can all come and we can share what we're working on. We can share if we want to, if we're going through struggles. I'm all about prayer, and I believe in prayer, and I believe God hears our prayers, And I am, you know, if you guys need me to pray for you for something, I'm all about it. I will do it. And so this this is a channel where that can be made known. And there's no judgment on this channel whatsoever. I love all of you, and I appreciate all of you being here. And this is just a fun, I want crochet to be fun. I want crochet to be positive. There's enough negativity out in this world that we don't need to bring it here. So this is a place that you can come to, and you don't have to worry about any negative coming at you. You don't have to worry about just anything. You can relax, and we can all talk about crochet, and we can just be here to support one another and to have fun. Oh, you're making a paper dragon. That sounds cool. Neat. So I've been asked today, this morning I had a meeting with some ladies. I'm a part of a homemakers group. Sorry, I got to get another drink. I'm a part of a homemakers group, and for our county, and we have a couple of fundraisers during the year, and the money that we raise in our group, we donate back to the community. So it's just a time for us to come together and socialize, but we can also do some good for our community too. So I love being a part of that group. But one of the members of our group, she is on the board for our county fair. And she said, Teresa, I would love it if you would crochet something or go through and see if you have something already made that's unusual. And I thought, well, you guys know I was going to do that cat couch. Y'all, that thing, I did not know what all was involved in making one of those. Let me get back over here. Nope, that's not where I wanted to go. There we go. I wanted to check out all the... Okay. Just wanted to check the chats. But I was working on a cat couch, and I wanted to have it done. Our fair is the second week in August, and I was wanting to get it done to put it in the fair. Did not happen, because that thing, I don't know if you guys have looked at the patterns for the cat couches, but I got mine from Yarnspirations, and I did not know how involved this thing was and what the size was. I knew it had to fit a cat. I realized that. But I guess I just didn't realize how much involved it was in making the thing. But I went to Walmart to get the foam. I thought, okay, Walmart possibly could be the cheapest place for me to get the foam. If you guys know of a cheaper place, let me know. But for the amount of foam I needed for the body of that cat couch was $70. And I thought, y'all, I'm just making this to enter into the fair. And I wanted to put it in our silent auction for one of our fundraisers we do in November. But with $70 just in the foam, not counting how much is in the yarn, I would have had to have put a starting bid on that thing for at least $150. Or 100, anywhere from 100 to 150. And I don't know in our community, I know our community, I know the people, and I just don't know that, I mean, I don't know, for a fundraiser, maybe they would fork over a little bit more money. Who knows? I don't know. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that cat couch for the next county fair next year. And so I can do a little bit of foam this month, and then buy a little bit of foam the next month, and then buy a little bit more the next month. And and then that way I can do it in little bites and be able to get more of it. So yeah, that was fun. I'm trying to figure that out. So yeah, it's going to be a year-long process of doing just a little bit at a time next year up to August. So, oh, and I almost forgot to mention, I want to mention this on the live too, guys. We have Decade Divas happening. I know there's some on here that are a part of our Decade Divas. What that is, this is yet another collaboration that I'm doing with Shannon at the Spoonie Stitcher. This is our baby. She started it and then brought me in it. And it's a great idea. But what it is last year we did different decades. We had 5 join us, and each one of us had our own decade, but we skipped the 70s. And when it was over, everybody was like, what happened to the 70s? I can't believe we did, let's see, what did we do? 40s, 50s, 60s, 80s. Maybe it started at 30s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and 80s. And they were like, why did you skip the 70s? And I need to show you how I build my couch structure without foam. Yes, Lori, I would love to know that, because that foam is ridiculous. I can't believe how much it is. It's insane. So I would love for you to show me how to do that. But anyway, whatever the decades were, we skipped the 70s, and we heard it. Everybody was like, you skipped the 70s? Are you kidding? So this year's Decade Divas is solely concentrating on 70s, and that's it. Can I take my glasses off? I can, but I can't see. I cannot read the comments if I take off my glasses. I'm sorry. But anyway, we're focusing on the 70s. And so Shannon and I, the first Tuesday of this month, we put out our videos. And then we had KK and Crochet, and I can't remember the other one. I can't remember the other one, but anyway, let me say it this way. Every Tuesday and every Saturday this month, and for the month of October, there will be anywhere from 2 to 3 content creators that are sharing what they've made that inspired them by the 70s. And they could be inspired by a movie, the colors, a song, famous people from the 70s, whatever. And that would inspire them by the 70s. So we've had some really neat projects so far this first week. And I believe there's going to be one week, and I'd have to look back in my calendar, but I have it listed in my description box for the Decade Divas video. There's going to be one week where we're not going to have anybody. We're taking a little break on 1 week, and then we'll start back up. But if you guys watch our videos and check out, each person that has whatever week their video's on, we let you know who's coming up next. And in my videos, in the description box of my Decade Diva video, I have listed we have everybody. We have 30, counting myself and Shannon. There's 30 content creators that are doing this. So, and then in each one of their description boxes on their video, they have a list of every channel that's participating in our Decade Divas on the Tuesdays and Saturday videos. So you can go to their channels and check them out. My description box also even has the dates and who is scheduled to post their videos on that date. So you can watch that. Shannon is making a playlist on her channel of everybody's videos. So when their videos come out, after she watches their video, she's adding them to her Decade Divas playlist. So if you miss anyone, you can go to Shannon's channel and check out her Decade Diva playlist and get caught up on any that you missed. If you're not part of the 30 that are joining us this year with Decade Divas, then you can also participate and make something that's 70s related. It could be something as small as a little granny square with the colors of the 70s. It doesn't have to be anything big, but you can post pictures on Shannon or my community tab and share anything that you made. So let's see. Jana K said her video and Heather's dropped this. Yes, Jana K and Heather's videos will be dropped this Saturday, so that's awesome. So anyway, yeah, I'm Teresa with Critters Crochet. So anyway, let's see. I think that catches us up on everything that's going on. Hello. Do you guys have any questions for me? I'm going to stay on here for about maybe 15 more minutes, and then I've got to go because I've got a lot of stuff to do. But if you have any questions, I would love to answer them. And not personal questions, guys, but crochet or anything like that related. If you want to ask me anything. I look like an older version of you. Oh, well, cool. That's pretty awesome. Okay. So let me think if there's anything else happening. I do lives like this every Monday at 2 Central. Hi, Jen. Hey, hey. Every Monday at 2 Central, I do videos like this. I started doing these because I really want my numbers to jump up and the subscribers numbers to jump up. So, and it's helping, so that's good. But I wanted to do something for you guys. So this Monday is, I did the little pumpkin. Someone asked if I could do a Tunisian square coaster. I just learned the Tunisian simple stitch. So if you guys are up for looking at that and seeing what that's all about, I would love to do a Tunisian simple stitch little coaster with you guys next Monday. So thumbs up if you think that's a good idea, if you'd like to do that. And then I had a request for these Monday lives to start doing some quick and easy Christmas gifts. So next Monday, I will do the Tunisian coaster square. That could be a Christmas gift. And then I'll start in with quick and easy projects for Christmas starting the next Monday and each Monday after that. I have a really neat little thing you can do with a granny square. And let's see, what else did I have? I can't think off the top of my head exactly what all, but I have several things, and I'll be showing those on each Monday. So let's see. Okay, I was just looking to make sure I wasn't missing any chats. I have memberships open, so if you guys would like to support Critters Crochet with a membership, I am going to start doing some special things just for members. So if you'd like to be a part of the membership and to Critters Crochet, I would really appreciate that. I want to do some crochet alongs for my members only. Possibly some fun little giveaways that I'm going to do just for members. So, and oh, speaking of that, for those of you who are new, let me give you an update. I can't pull it up because it's too big to show on here. But right here below me, under my table, I have a big Premier box, and I have been filling it with crochet and yarn goodies since I look back, I started this a year ago, building up to 2,000. It's taken a year, but that's okay. It's slow and steady wins the race, right? So I have a box down here. When we hit 2,000, I'm going to plan a live, and Shannon for the Spoonie Stitcher, I'm not sure if she's going to be on camera with me or she just may be moderating in the chat. She may come on camera with me. I have to check with her. We haven't worked out all the details of this live yet, but when this channel hits 2,000, I'm going to have 2 things for a prize, and you have to be on the live to win. But one of them is a box, and it has yarn, it has stitch markers, hooks, patterns. I've got a whole set of dots hooks. Shannon has donated a furls hook. There are patterns in there. There's a neat little zipper pouch with some little secret goodies that only the person, when they get it, will know what's in there. So that's going to be given away. Lots of stuff in that box. And then, let me grab it. I have been working on a scrap blanket, And I've been adding rows each time I get so many subscribers. Well, it's gotten so big, and we're just about to 2,000, so I'm wrapping it up. But this is it. This is it. And it's big. It's kind of, it's maybe just a little bit bigger than a lap blanket. So it's a good size blanket to cuddle up in. But what I'm going to do is I have to finish up this final row, and then I'm going to work an envelope border all around it to hide in all these ends, because I don't like weaving in ends, and I'm not going to weave if I don't have to. So I'm going to do an envelope border, but the first prize is going to be that box of goodies that I was just telling you about. The second prize is going to be this blanket. So somebody on the live is going to win this blanket. Now, like I said, you have to be present on the live to be able to win one of the prizes. And I got that all hooked up in my chair. I'll get that later. But yeah, you have to be on the live in order to be entered to win either the blanket or the box of goodies. I will let you know at a later date when we reach that point. So let's check the chat. Everybody's saying hi to each other. I love it. I absolutely love it. All right, about 10 more minutes, and then I'm gonna say goodbye. I've got to run. I've got a Walmart order that I need to run and get and pick up, because being away for a weekend, my husband cleaned out the fridge. There's nothing in the fridge. So I had to get an order together to clean, to have something so we could have some dinner tonight. Oh, thank you, Angela, for watching. I'm so excited that you were here today. Thank you so much for watching. Let's see. Oh, and, well, let me tell you a little bit about this. Have you guys ever heard of Ruthless Dynamics? She has an Instagram channel, but I recently became affiliated with her. Let me grab something here. And what she does, her and her husband, they have a 3D printer, and they are making crochet, and it's basically crochet. You could probably, if you're a knitter, you could use some of the products too. But they have a 3D printer, and they create 3D tools for you to use. Mostly, like I said, for crocheters. But I recently became an affiliate with them. They just recently opened an affiliate program. And so they have things like this. This is a little, you put your cake of yarn on here. I wish I had let me see if I can find a cake. Yeah. Let me just grab this one. I've got this DK. But what you do is, you put this through the middle. Let me find the center of this thing. There we go. Push that through the middle of your cake, and then you push it through the base, and then you can hang this, and you can work from the outside, and it spins as you're working, and you can work from the outside and use your cake. But what's really cool with this, let me pull that back out and show you. What I really like about it is, look what it has on the bottom. It goes from 4 millimeter is the smallest, all the way up to a 26 millimeter hook. So if you're not sure what size hook you have, you can put it on there and see. So I love this little carousel. So that's one of the things that they have. And their prices are crazy cheap, y'all. I cannot believe they have bundles that you can put together to get like 3 things in a bundle and save a lot of money. Here's another one of their, this is another one of their yarn carousels. If you don't want it with the measurements for the hooks on it, you can get this one that's a flower. And I could take the hook off of that. I can take the hook off of this one and attach it to this one, you know, to use it. But they make a carousel that looks like a little flower. It's so cute. They have this one. Sorry, my big face in there. This is a phone / tablet stand, and you can adjust it. You can adjust it by sliding these out like this. You can move it to this level. Well, if I can get my hands to work. Let me slide this one out. And that goes in here. And there's many, so see, you can get a different angle, whether you're using a tablet or your phone. And you can use it just as a stand, just if you're going to use your tablet and sit and watch YouTube videos. Or if you need to put it down here where it's flat and you can put your phone on it to record your own YouTube videos. So there's a stand. I think that stand was only like $15, guys. It's crazy cheap. She makes these J-shaped hooks, and what's cool about it, do you see where that is separated right there? If you're using bulky yarn, and you know how hard bulky yarn is to get, and I know this is not bulky, but it'll just show you how it works. If you're using a bulky yarn, you know how hard it is to thread those. All you do is put that on there and pull, and voila, it's in there. You can just pull it back out that way. But yeah, so I love these needles. So you're not fighting to try and thread the needle. She's got those. I mean, there's so many different things that she has. You just have to check her out. But the description box, excuse me, so sorry. My description box on this live will have the link. It'll say Ruthless Dynamics, and it has my affiliate link. So you can click on that link and you can go check out those products. O-Fire is another company that I'm affiliated with. I love their resin hooks. It's O-Fire Co. That affiliate link will be in the description box also. And right now, they are running a sale. They have their Oops hooks restocked. Let me grab one just a second and show you. This is one of the hooks I bought, and it's an Oops hook. And it doesn't mean that it's defective and you can't crochet with it. That's not what the Oops means. They put it in there because, like this one, do you see how the orange in here didn't color all the way through? That's why it's an Oops hook. That's the only reason they are Oops hooks, is because they had the wrong kind of coloring. They didn't like the way the color blood went through when they poured the resin. And they put it in, ever so often they'll have an Oops sale. So these are starting to sell fast. So you want to, the Oops don't last very long because they mark them down to like, I think like $11, $11.50, something around that. I can't remember exactly. It might be $13. It's somewhere in that range. So they mark them down really cheap. So that's the only reason it's an Oops, is because that color didn't go all the way through like they wanted it to. So you can click on my link in the description box for O-Fire. They have some of their summer hooks are on sale now that summer is about to end, to make room for their fall hook colors coming. So check out their sales. When you click on and use my link, I believe it's the upper left-hand corner, you'll see 3 lines. You can click on that and it'll show clearance. It'll show different, you know. So are they in line? Yes, ma'am, they are. Yes, they are inline hooks. And I love them. I absolutely love them. Yeah, just like the inline Susan Bates. Yes, ma'am. They fall in line right with the shaft. So those are inline hooks. Good question. I love my O-Fire hooks. I love them. They have they don't have just hooks. They have stands. They have a little bit of yarn they just started carrying. They have stitch markers, bobbins to wind your yarn around. So yeah, I would definitely check them out and check out their clearance and their sales. You may have to go up to, if you're looking at if you want to get some of the Oops hooks, you probably will have to go up to the search when you get on the website and just type in Oops, and it'll bring up the Oops hooks. So check those out. All right, guys. Well, we are about to the end of our live. I usually go 2 hours, but I think we're going to stop right here at an hour and a half. Like I said, I got to go pick up my Walmart order, and I got to figure out what I'm cooking for dinner tonight. Well, hello, Blair. We are actually at the end of the live. I'm so sorry. Go back and please, I'm getting ready to get off here, but go back and watch. Oh, y'all, I'll take a few minutes. I forgot. Blair remembered and did it. If you type in the word critter like she did, CRITTER, it will pull up your link to your channel, and then the others that don't know your channel, they can go and check it out. I forgot all about mentioning that. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, we're going to go off here in just a few minutes, and I've got a lot to do. I've still got laundry to finish from my trip this weekend and figuring out what I'm going to fix to feed my husband. So I appreciate all of you. If you're just now coming on, sorry, we're getting out of here, but, go back and watch the replay. I promise you will love it. We made this little pumpkin today, so you can go back to the beginning and learn how to make that pumpkin. Our channel is doing awesome. We are currently now only 11 subscribers away from 2,000, and there's going to be a huge live party celebration with a couple of giveaways when we hit that 2,000 mark. So I encourage you to share this channel, share this live out with your friends. Share my channel out with your buddies, and let's get this channel to 2,011, y'all. That is so unbelievably close that I'm doing a happy dance because I know it's already there and it's already happening. So I appreciate each and every one of you for your support of Critters Crochet, all the love that you show. If you are able to, I have all the links to my affiliates companies I'm affiliated with in the description box. When you go to purchase yarn or anything else for your crochet or knitting, I would appreciate you using those links to do your shopping. And so thank you so much for being here today, and I will see you tomorrow for Toss Up Tuesday. Thanks again, guys, for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.